Hello, I am Emma Terrazas. I am a health coach for CEOs and business owners, and I'm so happy that you're here, whether you're watching the replay, whether you're here live. So excited to have you. And this is Macros 101. So welcome again. But what I'm really excited about for today is helping you learn more about how eating in a balanced way is actually going to help you reach your goals, feel so good about yourself. And I'm saying reach your goals with your body goals, your energy goals, your lifestyle goals, but also your business goals and your career goals. Because I found for myself and all of my other clients, when we really start to focus in on how we want to feel and feeling more like ourselves, we're able to give from an overflowing cup. We're able to take risks in our business because we're feeling really confident and we have the mindset to match that. And for me and in my process, it all comes down to having a lifestyle that really feels good for you. And that means your workouts, that means your nutrition. And it doesn't mean being perfect all the time, but it means that you have this energy and mindset of self-love, grace, and belief in yourself that you can literally do whatever you put your mind to. And it all starts with feeling good. So, all right, I have some notes here and let's get into it. So if you see me looking to the side, that's because I want to look at my notes. Okay. All righty. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the number one mistake that I see CEOs make when trying to get into better shape and increase their self-confidence and what to do instead. So the biggest mistake I see CEOs make is thinking that in the future, things will be easier. Or once I hit that my 10K month, then I'll start taking care of myself a little better, or I'll get more zoned in on my own personal health and happiness. And that's such an easy trap to fall into. And I've been there, and a lot of my clients have been there. But the truth is, you have to take action now. Your health needs to be a part of your life, just like you want your business to be a part of your life. You don't want your business to be your whole life, because I know that you have personal relationships. You have a family, or maybe you want to start one. You want to just have fun and do other things than all other than just all business, business, business all the time. And so what you can do instead is have a better idea of, all right, what's holding me back from actually feeling really good in my body and confident in myself so I can jump and take bigger career risks, or wanting to make more money. Like, how can I give to myself first so I can also make the impact that I want, in turn making more money, right? The more impact, the more money. So by asking yourself this question of, all right, what am I doing that's not in alignment with who I want to be? And especially looking at that with your own personal routines, with your nutrition, your fitness, and your mindset, how you're speaking to yourself. So I think that's the first place to start, and what to do instead of thinking, I'm just going to wait until life's easier to really commit to my health and happiness. And instead, you have to find out what's actually holding you back and getting super focused in on those specific things. And, having someone to hold you accountable to these goals, just like you would have in business. So important. All right. So if you've been wondering, what are macros? I love talking about macros. I know you've probably heard a little bit about them. You've maybe heard people love them, people hate them. And I'm going to tell you my take on them too. But first, I'm going to explain what they are. So macros are the macronutrients that our bodies need that they don't make on their own. And the most common place to get them from, and the only place to get them from, is food. So we're talking about the three macronutrients: carbs, protein, and fat. And believe me, even I, as a health professional for 5 years and counting, when I first got into personal training, I was like, okay, personal training, fitness, great. But the more that I learned about nutrition, I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous to be like, oh my God, like this seems like a lot. but it honestly is not. And if I can learn all about macros, you can too. So just hang in there with me, and I'm going to break it down for you in a way that is easy to digest. Okay, so let's talk about fat first. Fat is a macronutrient, and maybe when you think of fat, you get scared because that's part of the diet industry that I do not stand with, is in a diet fad almost, right? Of people being like, oh my God, fat's going to make you fat, like stay away from fats. And like, yes, that's true. Certain fats you do want to stay away from. And those fats are mostly in highly processed foods, right? But there is good fat. And actually, especially for women, we need fat to help balance our hormones. And that's the number one thing that fat does. It helps you balance your hormones. It helps you really get everything moving and grooving in your body and keep it moving and grooving, like all of your systems and digestion, all these things. And common fats are found in avocado, eggs have fat, nuts usually have fat, fish have fat. And you're going to notice throughout this, 101 presentation, that all of the foods I'm talking about, these macronutrients, are from the earth food, and what I like to call nutrient dense. Whatever is from the earth, I like to call it nutrient dense, because you are getting all the different types of good nutrients that we need to stay focused, to feel really good, and to have that energy that we want. So that's fat. The second macronutrient are carbs, and these are not in any particular order, just so you know. So carbs, again, you might be scared of them, right? You might have heard like, don't eat too many carbs, they're going to make you fat. Like, they're not good for your health, whatever. Cut carbs to lose weight. Like, oh my gosh, carbs, we actually need. We need carbs. There are good and bad carbs. And I don't even like using good or bad, and what I mean by that is that every calorie is not created equally. So a banana, which has carbs, is going to be different than a piece of bread, a piece of white bread, right? Both carbs, but again, the banana is more nutrient dense. So again, we all know carbs, breads, grains. Guess what? Even vegetables have carbs. Fruits have carbs. And carbs are actually our number one energy source. Now, it's true, having too much of them, you're going to spike your cortisol level. That means you're going to kind of spark that stress hormone, and it's going to be harder to lose weight if that is the case. So yes, we want to be mindful of carbs, but we don't have to be scared of them. And again, we need them to live. They are a macronutrient. There's so many different ways to get them. Some are fun, some are more, I don't want to say boring, you know what I mean? Like broccoli or something like that could be considered a carb. Sweet potatoes, whole grains, like I said, and again, we need them. Third macronutrient is protein. So protein is kind of the most important, I would say, because it is a building block of muscle. It keeps you satiated. It helps you gain muscle and also keep muscle. So making sure you have a good amount of protein every single day is going to help you feel focused, help you feel satiated, so you can do everything else that you want to do. And especially if you have a workout protocol that aligns with your goals of wanting to lose weight, maybe gaining more muscle, just like looking like a person who works out, like just a more toned and built physique, you're going to want to make sure that you have sufficient protein. And this is what I do with all my clients. I give them a whole macronutrient breakdown so they are eating in a balanced way for their specific body to reach their specific goals. Because I can sit here and say, okay, eat 100 grams of protein a day, eat however many carbs a day, but it's not really going to matter if it's not for your specific body. So those are the three macronutrients. And here is a scientific approach behind macros. So carbs, proteins, and fats. The ratio for each person is going to be a little different, but you can actually change your body composition, meaning losing inches in your waist, losing body fat while keeping muscle because you're eating enough protein. You have energy for the day for you to be focused at work, for you to like, make the impact that you really want to make, be present with your family because you have the energy to do so. So that's why I love macros so much, because it is a scientifically proven method to weight loss, to body recomposition, and having the energy and having the nutrients that you actually need to live your life, which is really, really exciting. And it is so fun to track macros. For me, I love it because it takes about 2 to 3 minutes per day per meal to actually track. And I think a lot of people get caught up like, oh, I'm too busy. But here's the thing, you're already eating. What's another 3 minutes to actually make sure that what you're putting in your body is effective, right? And that's another reason why I love macros, is because it's really an experiment. When you start tracking, you start to notice it's an active awareness where you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that my lunch is actually 1,000 calories, and the majority of those are carbs. Like, you don't have a balance of fats and protein in that meal. And that's probably why you're feeling really groggy, or you feel like you want to take a nap, or you're kind of crabby and irritable, is because you haven't eaten in a balanced way. So that's why I love macros. You're just bringing so much awareness to your everyday life and what you're eating. I'm gonna get a little chapstick break here. All right. And also with macros and the science-based approach, you are eating within a calorie range that's for your body. It's not always easy as, like, especially to lose weight, calories in, calories out. Like, yes, that's true, but the quality of your food matters. The quality of what you're eating matters for your overall health. So I personally don't subscribe to like hit your macros and it doesn't matter what you eat. Like, it does matter in the long run, because food, think of the energy that you have in the food, right? And it literally is going into your body, and your body's absorbing it, and it's creating who you are. There has been studies shown that the food that you eat, it impacts your mood, it impacts your energy. So if you're always eating fast food, or you are just like, you're always just rushing to eat, or you don't really know what to eat, and sometimes it's healthy and sometimes it's not, but you're just feeling like blah, I'm telling you, you clean up your nutrition and your life will change. And it's not as difficult as you think. And it's actually really fun, because I make it fun. So this is why dieting does not work. You actually could be putting yourself in a worse position to lose weight if you're constantly dieting. So there is a thing called your basal metabolic rate, and that is the number of calories you need just to survive. So think brushing your teeth, walking to the train, doing your dishes, like, oh, your life takes calories, right? Like, it takes energy just to live. And that number, your basal metabolic rate, your BMR, is the calorie number that you need to consume every single day. And, we've heard a lot of 1,200 calorie diet and you'll lose weight. That could be too low, actually. And your body is not going to lose weight if it's not getting enough energy, because it needs those calories to keep your bodily functions moving. So think of it like this. Say you need 1,500 calories a day as your basal metabolic rate, all right? And you're eating 1,200 calories a day. There's no way you eating less is going to help you lose weight. You're not going to lose weight, because your body's like, whoa, I'm not even getting enough energy that I need to like keep my heart moving and my blood moving. And of course, you're doing those things, but your body's working really hard internally, and it's not going to want to give up those extra calories, that extra fat, because it's actually feeling like those things are protecting it, right? So this is another like really interesting example that I like to use. We think of Michael Phelps, right? I don't know if you've heard, but when he was training for the Olympics, he would eat like 3,000 plus calories a day, even more, I think. And he was ripped, right? Because he was fueling the fire with calories for the output that he needed. So if you want to lose weight, you actually need to start to eat more. And I know that is crazy to think about, and maybe you have never even heard that, but the more calories you burn, the more calories it takes to burn them. Does that make sense? So instead, if you have this 1500 calorie BMR, we want your body to feel safe. We want your body to feel like, I have the energy to give up this extra fat now. Okay. And that's when you actually eat more, your body is feeling comfortable and is like, all right, let's burn these calories. You're adding more fuel to the fire. This is a little macro dance. You're putting more fuel to the fire, burning more calories. And that is actually how you lose weight, by usually eating more. And again, changing your body composition. And that's why dieting doesn't work. If you've been dieting for years and you're really struggling to see results, it's probably because you aren't eating enough. And we need to work your metabolism back up to being at a healthy place to actually burn fat, keep muscle, because again, we're eating in a balanced way and losing weight that way. So the mindset of sustainable health routines that nobody talks to CEOs about. As a CEO, you are your number one asset to your business. Like, yes, we want our businesses to run without us, right? We don't have to be doing every single thing in our business, but without you, your business cannot make the impact that you know you want to make. And so I see it time and time again with my clients. When you prioritize your personal health, your personal happiness, you feel like you're giving from an overflowing cup because you take note of what you're eating. You're very aware. You're aware of your mindset about how you're speaking to yourself, about your own body. You have a routine for self-care, maybe you're journaling or whatever it is, but also your fitness, to feel so confident in your body. That is going to help you make more impact, more money in your business. And nobody really talks about that. Taking care of yourself actually means that you are able to take care of others, and you don't need to be a hero and, put the whole team on your back like you kind of do, but you don't have to do that at the expense of your own personal health and happiness. So this is how I help all of my clients really take control back over their health to feel their absolute best, so they can go out and make the impact that they know they want to make in their business, through their ideas, through their products, through their coaching, without feeling like they've put their whole health on the back burner and their business is just taking up their entire life. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming to Macros 101. I have a really exciting thing I'm doing. I'm actually giving away free calls this month. So if you want to get on my roster, and we're going to talk about some of the mindset shifts that I will, once we talk, that I see that you can make to better improve your self-image, to better improve your relationship with food, or your relationship with fitness, figuring out why I'm not doing these things that I know are going to make me feel good, things like that. We're going to talk them out, and you're going to leave with a really awesome plan to go forth and be your best self. Let me know if you want to get on the roster, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.